This is RD Sharma solution. We are taking class 12 chapter 19. Indefinite integrals exercise is 19.30. Now in this question, this is a quadratic equation. Again, we have a quadratic equation with a square and we have a x. So from x square we can get x. So I'll take you to that level where you can take over or you can solve it. So first thing is, you have already seen x. That is the output of the differentiation of x square. So let's take t equals to x square. This dt by dx will be equal to 2x. Now this 2x dx is already there in the numerator. So this dt will become 2x dx. So this I will be like this. So we have dt divided by x square will be t plus 1, and this will be t plus 2 whole square. It's 2. So what is the benefit? Now this is the form you are already aware. You can write the partial fraction in this form, a divided by t plus 1. Then we have t plus 2 whole square. For that we can have b, and this is t plus 2, and then c divided by t plus 2 whole square. So there are three things here, and I hope you'll be able to solve a, b, c, and after that put x square equals to t. It means replace t by x square finally. So this is the reference. If you are stuck anywhere, you can take the reference here. As we have done question like this, that's why I'm just giving you a reference so that you can do it by yourself. Now again, this question, in the denominator it is x cube, numerator x square, so you can have a direct partial fraction without even dividing. You can have a divided by x minus 1, and then we have bx plus c, because x square plus 1 is a quadratic equation. For that you need bx plus c. Now this has to be equal to what? X square by x minus 1 multiplied by x square plus 1. So again, this question is very self-explanatory. It's very straightforward. Now this one, okay. Now you will be tempted to take this x square as t and try to differentiate it. And with our previous discussions, I always tell you that all the time you don't have to put this x square as t, and you have to differentiate it. Sometimes you just have to perceive this x square as some other element or symbol. So just assume this x square equals to t or p or any letter different from what we have seen here. But you don't have to differentiate it. Why? Because if you write x square equals to t, this integration or this expression will become t by t plus a square and t plus b square. And don't worry about a square and b square. These are just constant. Assume it to be t plus a and t plus b, like that. So since this is just a linear equation, it will be a divided by t plus a square and b divided by t plus b square. Even if it is a raised power 100, doesn't matter. It's just a constant. So now cross multiply a into t plus b square plus b into t plus a square. In the denominator it will be on the left t plus a square and t plus b square. So the same denominator will come on the right hand side as well. So t plus a square into t plus b square. Now just cancel these two denominators and multiply the inside. So at plus ab square plus bt plus ba square, and you can take t common and equate it with the similar terms on the left. So you'll get a plus b into t and ab square plus ba square. Again, I was saying that denominator can be cancelled. So you can just write one more step and cancel them out. This will be t divided by t plus a square again, t plus b square. Cancel these two terms. T will be equal to, now multiply this inside, a plus b into t will be what? You don't have to multiply, actually you just equate. So if you see on the left, it will be only t as a term. So a plus b equals to 1, and there is no constant term here. So ab square plus ba square will be equal to 0. A you can write it as negative ba square divided by a square divided by b square. Now you can write this b as first, b plus a is negative b, a square by b square, this equals 1. Now if you take b outside, 1 minus a square by b square, this equals 1. That means b into small b square minus a square divided by b square becomes equals to 1, and that will give you b as b square divided by b square minus a square, and a is what? 1 minus b. So 1 minus b square divided by b square minus a square will come. So b square minus a square, b square minus a square minus b square divided by b square minus a square, this becomes a. You can cancel this out. Now the a has come as negative a square divided by b square minus a square. Now this a and b will put it here in these places, and then we'll integrate it. So when I'll integrate, I will keep this a and b in front of the integration sign. So what I'm trying to suggest here is a already computed, b already computed. So this negative a square divided by b square minus a square. Inside integration, it will be 1 divided by, or dx divided by, please remember, t was taken as x square. So you need to replace it. Means you cannot have t inside an integration. It was just an alias or a different name from x for x square we have taken. So this is dx divided by x square plus a square, and b squared by a square, b square minus a square, that is a constant again outside. So 1 divided by x square plus b square dx. And don't worry about the constants now. Dx by x square plus a square or x square plus b square, they will follow the same scenario, which is 1 by a tan inverse x by a. 1 by x square plus b square integration will be 1 by b tan inverse x by b. So minus a square divided by b square minus a square, and 1 by a tan inverse x by a. Now b square divided by b square minus a square. Now if I replace this by b, it will be 1 by b tan inverse x by b. So you can have it here, 1 by b tan inverse x by b plus a constant of integration. That's your final result. If you want to make it more easier, well, you have already achieved the answer which was expected out of you. But you can just have some, simplification. You can take 1 by b square minus a square outside. That is, I'm just exchanging these two terms because negative is the first time. I want to keep it in the middle. So 1 by b square minus a square you can take outside, and the second term I'm writing first. B and b square, 1b gets cancelled, so it will be b tan inverse x by b, and this will be negative. A gets cancelled, so a tan inverse x by a plus a constant of integration. So this is the way you are going to do it. Actually, we have done a question like this earlier, but we cannot skip every question, otherwise candidates or audience will get angry. Now 1 by cos x 5 minus 4 sin x. So when you have the denominator all sine, when you have a denominator all cos, and you have a complementary value, that is, say, denominator you have all sine, numerator you have cos, you can do that easily. Or denominator all cos, numerator sine. You will just put one value and the differentiation will be the above value. But here cos x and sin x, they are different values. You find it in the denominator. So in order to solve this, there is a different approach we are going to take. We know that sin square plus cos square equals to 1. So this is 1 divided by cos x, and this is 5 minus 4 sin x. Now multiply numerator and denominator by cos x. So this is cos x dx, and the denominator you have cos x into cos x, that becomes cos square x, and cos square x is simply 1 minus sin square x. You already know that. So this is 1 minus sin square x, because sin square x plus cos square x equals to 1. And then we have 5 minus 4 sin x. 1 square minus sin square x is what? A square minus b square, a minus b into a plus b. So 1 minus sin x into 1 plus sin x you can write. So this will be cos x dx divided by 1 minus sin x into 1 plus sin x, and then we have 5 minus 4 sin x. So now the integration will be done. And I am quite sure that when you take sin x equals to t, you will get a cos x dx in the numerator. And the formation will be so easy that we have already covered it later. Like I'll just show you. T equals to sin x dt by dx will be what? It will be cos x. So dt becomes equals to cos x dx. So this cos x dx will be dt. And denominator will be what? 1 minus sin x, which is 1 minus t. 1 plus sin x is 1 plus t. And 5 minus 4 sin x is 5 minus 4t. Now you have reached up till this extent. You can write it as a divided by 1 minus t, because I just expect that you need to solve this a, b, c. So 1 divided by 1 minus t, b divided by 1 plus t, and c divided by 5 minus 4t. So you have to solve it for a, b, c. And a will come as 1 by 2. You can just integrate dt divided by 1 minus t, which is log 1 minus t, with a negative sign also. I'll just tell you why. This will be, b will be 1 by 18, so this will be log 1 plus t, and this will be, c will come as, so c will be negative 16 by 9. And this dt by 5 minus 4t, when you take the differentiation of 5 minus 4t, because once you take the integration, you have to differentiate 5 minus 4t, negative 4 will come, and that will come in the denominator. So when this negative 1 by 4 will come, for the 16, it will be 4 by 9. Negative 4 by 9 will come along with this. So this was already been explained, because the basic thing I have already explained. And when you will take this 1 minus t, log 1 minus t, you have to differentiate 1 minus t, negative 1 will come, that has to go in the denominator. Similarly, this 1 plus t, log 1 plus t will come upstairs, and 1 plus t differentiation is 1, so 1 will come in the denominator, that won't affect. And this 5 minus 4t will give you negative 4, that has to come in the denominator. As I said, this 4 will get cancelled, negative will get cancelled, it will be plus 4 by 9 log 5 minus 4 sin x. So this is the reference you can use if you're solving it by yourself. And the same theory, same discussion will be here. Only the sin x and cos x has changed. Previously it was cos x in front. Now here's sin x in front. The technique will remain the same, because when you take cos x equals to t, it will be differentiation will be minus sin x. So sin x will come upstairs. So you need to have this sin x upstairs. For that you need to multiply this sin x numerator denominator. So sin x is in the numerator, sin x in the denominator, sin into sin x will be sin square x, and 3 plus 2 cos x. So this sin square x will be 1 minus cos square x. You already know that. So sin square x plus cos square x equals to 1. 1 minus cos square x is 1 square minus cos square x, which is a minus b, a plus b. So 1 minus cos x into 1 plus cos x will come. So this whole will come as sin x divided by 1 minus cos x into 1 plus cos x, and in the denominator it will be 3 plus 2 cos x. So if you want to integrate it, you have to take cos x equals to t. So dt by dx will be equal to negative sin x. So negative dt will be equal to sin x dx. So minus dt will be equal to sin x dx. Sin x dx you can write it as negative dt. But what you see here, 1 minus cos x is there. 1 minus t you can write. 1 plus t as 1 plus cos t. And then 3 plus 2 cos x, which is 3 plus 2t. Now you can just replace this or remove this negative in front by just taking t minus 1 in place of 1 minus t. Because when you take t minus 1, negative will come out. Negative was already outside, that will get cancelled. And when you take the partial fraction, it will be a divided by t minus 1, b divided by t plus 1, and then c divided by 3 plus 2t. ABC you can compute easily. So I'll tell you what the ABC is going to come. A will be 1 by 10, and b will come as negative 1 by 2, and c will be equal to 4 by 5. And when you integrate this will be log t minus 1. So 1 by 10 log t minus 1 will come. But you have to replace this t by cos. So 1 by 10 log cos x minus 1 will come as the first term, minus 1 by 2 log t plus 1 will come. So you can take log modulus of cos x plus 1. Then we have 4 by 5. So this will be log 3 plus 2t. But when you differentiate this 3 plus 2t after integration, 2 will come, and that will go in the denominator. So 4 by 5 multiplied by 1 by 2, that will give you 2 by 5. So plus 2 by 5 log 3 plus 2t will be your final answer, along with a constant of integration c. So I just told you very briefly, and you'll be able to do it. And if you have any problem, this is the reference. You can follow this. The procedure and the concept I already explained you. Rest things are quite easy. So until this point, it was my duty, but other things you can just practice and find it out. 1 divided by sin x plus sin 2x. So before the integration, let me just try to resolve this first. 1 by sin x is there, and then sin 2x can be written as 2 sin x cos x. This sin x can be taken outside. 1 plus 2 cos x will come. And the same thing, see, is this question equivalent to the previous two questions we have done? Yes. These are exactly similar to the previous question. Multiply sin x in the numerator denominator. You'll get sin x in the numerator. Sin square x will be 1 minus cos square x you can write. And 1 minus cos square x can be written as 1 minus cos x, 1 plus cos x. 1 plus 2 cos x is already there. So this sin square x is an important concept. How did we come up until here? This sin x is already upstairs with the dx. Denominator we have all cos x. So 1 minus cos x, 1 plus cos x, and then followed by 1 plus 2 cos x. And you ought to take this cos x equals to t. So when you take t equals to cos x, dt by dx will be what? It will be negative cos, negative sin x. So d minus dt equals to sin x dx. So this numerator is negative dt. Now again, this negative can be replaced or it can be removed by taking 1 minus cos x as cos x minus 1. So when we take this cos x minus 1, this negative dt will become dt only. So it's better to write cos x minus 1 rather than 1 minus cos x. So this will be t minus 1 now. T plus 1 now. 1 plus cos x can be written as t plus 1, and 1 plus 2 cos x will be 1 plus 2t. Now you can just forget about the integration sign. First find out the partial fractions, the constant. So a divided by t minus 1, b divided by t plus 1, and c divided by 1 plus 2t. So 1 by 6 a will come. 1 by 2 will come in front of this, and c will come as negative 4 by 3. So when you integrate this, see, when you integrate this one, all constant I told you that you will be able to compute. It will be log t minus 1. So log cos x minus 1 will come. So let me write it just to show you. 1 by 6 log cos x minus 1 will be the first term. After computing b, half will come. And you can write this log cos x plus 1, 1 plus t or t plus 1, and this is 1 plus 2 cos t, 1 plus 2t. So this 2 will remain, that is log 1 plus 2 cos t will come. 2 cos x will come, but 1 plus 2t, when you will integrate this this differentiation will also be done. 1 plus 2t differentiation will be 2, and that will go in the denominator. So 1 by 2 multiplied by 4 by 3. So you can write just 2 by 3. So this whole is actually what I have written is the answer. Whole process you have to follow. I just gave you a hint because this question is quite easy, as we have done these previous 59 and 68th question, which is equivalent to this question. Now this question we are going to take in the next discussion. Till then, thank you so much and have a good one.